This will absolutely blow your mind. When I first learned this information, I thought, this cannot possibly be true. Because you realize almost everything you knew about reality was a lie. I'm going to use some of the teachings of some of the most famous and accomplished scientists and physicists in the world to prove to you the power of your own mind and the power of your own consciousness, but more importantly, how to harness it to literally bend reality to your will. My name is Jake with JakeDucey.com. Welcome back, beautiful 600,000 plus souls from all over the world. And if you're new here, I want to thank you for stumbling on this video and welcome, welcome, welcome. If you haven't yet, my free success hypnosis is right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. You can use it to reprogram your subconscious mind and literally start to bend reality at your will. It's pinned to the comments and in the description right there down below. Let's dive right into this video. Big idea number one is that thoughts are cosmic waves that penetrate all time and space. Literally. Because here's the thing. Science tells us everything is energy. Think about that. The chair you're sitting on, or the desk that I'm sitting on, or this levitating light bulb, fancy, huh? This levitating light bulb is just energy. Well, it's glass, and the glass used to be sand, and now it's glass. But what it really is a massive energy moving at a very high speed of vibration. So is the chair you're sitting on. So is this desk. Everything, including your thoughts. But your thoughts are vibrating at a frequency beyond visible light, so you cannot see them. Thoughts are the cause in third-dimensional universe, but the effect are your circumstances. You cannot see the cause, but you can see the effect. And I'm going to prove this to you beyond any reasonable doubt, not using incense and Palo Santo and crystals. I'm going to use the most accomplished scientists and physicists to show you the power of your mind. But remember, thought waves are cosmic waves that penetrate all time and space. Now, number two, in order to prove this to you, I'm just going to quote Albert Einstein here. This is what he said. What we have called matter is energy, whose vibration has been so lowered as to be perceptible to the senses. There is no matter. Number three, intention is a physical force in the universe. It has a gravitational pull, just like a planet has a gravitational pull. So intention is directed consciousness, and it is a physical force in the universe, although you cannot see it. Albert Einstein just said that matter is just energy. There is no matter. There is no solid objects. Everything is just energy condensed to a low moving vibrational state. Now, thought is cosmic waves that penetrate all time and space. What that means is it's just energy that's vibrating at a frequency beyond what you can see, smell, taste, and touch. But it has a frequency. Just like if somebody walks in the room with a bad vibe and you can pick it up, you're picking up their frequency. Well, similarly, you are always projecting a frequency. And if you learn how to harness the power of your consciousness, you can direct it with intention and actually bend not only the physical universe, not only matter, but you can actually travel time and space to create things that you want. Because there is no time and there is no space. Everything is just energy. And energy is never created or destroyed, which means everything you want already exists. If you think that's crazy, wait until we get to the next step. Now, Elon Musk, this wasn't the time he was with Joe Rogan puffing on the Chivas. He actually said recently that all of reality is a simulation, and here's an exact quote from him. He said, "There's a 1 in a billion chance reality is not a simulation." And all these tech gurus start using these terms. Reality is just a simulation. Well, what does that actually mean? Well, a simulation would mean that there's an animating presence. You can call that consciousness. And that the outside world is a mirror. It's a holographic mirror that reflects back to your own consciousness. And just like a video game or a simulation, it's being created in real time through the power of your own intention. If we go back to Albert Einstein, when he says there is no matter, what this is saying is thought waves are cosmic waves that penetrate all time and space. Therefore, the power of your own intention or consciousness can influence and manipulate matter to create your own reality or to bend the universe. Now, if you think we're getting trippy, make sure you buckle up your seatbelt because it's about to get weird, because the next quote is actually from the father of quantum physics. He actually won a Nobel Prize for quantum physics. And he said some pretty interesting stuff. And I quote, Max Planck, I regard consciousness as fundamental. I regard matter as a derivative from consciousness. We cannot get behind consciousness. Everything we talk about, everything that we regard as existing, postulates consciousness. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Now, this is where the airy-fairy law of attraction and manifestation comes into play, but it's not very airy-fairy. Max Planck said that matter is a derivative of consciousness. What that means is that all matter is subject to the laws of consciousness. It's influenced by energy. Now, we know this from quantum physics. We know that subatomic particles are sometimes visible, they're sometimes particles, and they're sometimes waves. There's sometimes energy that essentially goes into another dimension. So what this is saying is, if you can harness the power of consciousness, you can influence reality down to the basic subatomic level. So then that begs the question is, what are you thinking about? What are you creating in this moment? And I just thought, I'm not asking you to believe anything in this video. I'm asking you to just test these ideas. The intention of this video isn't to make you believe anything. It's to maybe put a little question mark in your head that makes you just go, is there more to myself than I think? Is there more to reality than I think? So when I stumbled upon this information, I thought, well, could I put these ideas to the test? And I wanted to travel around the world, become a writer, inspiring millions of people, become a millionaire, drop out of college, do all these things. And every voice in my head said no. And every voice outside of me said no. But I did a thought experiment. And I started placing ideas in my mind and mentally rehearsing them. When you mentally rehearse an idea and you get emotionally involved in an idea, what you're doing is you're harnessing the power of intention. When you get a clear vision, when I see myself, my books next to Wayne Dyer in bookstores, when I see my YouTube channel all of a sudden going from 2,000 subscribers to hundreds of thousands, when I see my bank account with $1 million instead of -86, and I hold that picture and I get emotionally involved and I rehearse that over and over and over again, what I'm doing here is I am starting to direct the power of consciousness to influence reality from a subatomic level. So the question is, what are you creating? Are you creating poverty? Are you creating the same old, same old? Are you creating abundance? Are you creating love? Is your consciousness directed towards what you want or the absence of what you want? Because although it may appear you live in a physical reality, from the most basic level, reality is created from the power of your own consciousness. So picture this. Everything you want already exists. And you might be like, okay, that sounds airy-fairy. But think about this. If everything in the universe is energy, there is no matter, and that matter is a derivative of consciousness, and consciousness is just directed energy, then it begs the question, what's everything you want? What's the house you want, the car you want, the job you want, the income you want, the relationship you want, the life you want, the health you want? It's just different states of being. In other words, it's different frequencies, which is a specific measurable rate of vibration. Therefore, if everything is energy, then everything you want already exists. It says that in this book, we call it the Good Book. It says that creation is finished. So if creation is finished, what does that mean? Well, it means everything you want already exists outside of third dimension. Picture a field of energy where all possibilities exist simultaneously. Every thought and every emotion, every mental rehearsal, every habit and behavior you have sets you up into a certain vibrational plane. That vibrational plane unlocks certain possibilities from the quantum field in the exact same way that a home is in escrow in between owners. Everything you want is in vibrational escrow or consciousness escrow, waiting for you to claim it. Now, the way that I started to do this was just to hypnotize myself. I started brainwashing myself that I gave my talents with love. I was wonderfully blessed financially. I was a happy spiritual multimillionaire. I was a world-renowned author, speaker, and seminar leader inspiring millions of people. I started brainwashing this into myself, and I created a success hypnosis for myself to change my subconscious frequency patterns. You can use it right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the comments and in the description, and you can start to do a thought experiment. And so I'm not asking you to believe everything in this video, but what I invite you to do is do a 30-day thought experiment. Watch this video every day for 30 days. The reason is because you have to start to change the paradigm or the subconscious programming. Think about the fact that nobody told us this. We were just told we're these little physical bodies and one day we die and then that's the end. That's not true at all. And you can start to use the power of consciousness in your life. Not because I say so, but because you're a free will being. You're only alive for a little while, why not try? So do a thought experiment. Pick a clear intention, whether it's more money, whether it's your soulmate, whether it's a new job, whether it's a new home, whether it's more clients. Pick a clear intention, start mentally rehearsing it, and as often as possible, use my success hypnosis, it's right there down below, and start to physically direct your consciousness towards what you want, remembering that the outside world isn't physical. Albert Einstein said there is no matter. Max Planck said that matter is a derivative of consciousness. And start directing your consciousness, moving it in harmony with what you want, and then you see the outside world start to bring miracles in your life. This is the foundation of the law of attraction and the foundation of manifestation. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button on it. Give me a comment down below that says I create my own reality. Check out my free success hypnosis, subscribe and bell notification. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, you are a divine spiritual being. Your body is just a rental car that's housing your soul, and you're capable of more than you can possibly imagine. I'm not here to tell you what you believe, but I am challenging you to find out what are you really capable of. Let me know what you think of today's video.